We've already said thank you once, and we're going to say thank you again because we absolutely love having our studio audience here for the show. You know we save a chair for you, right? Every time, I promise. Church groups, civic groups, neighborhood clubs, bring your family, your friends, your co-workers. We would just like to have you. Now, if you'd like to join us, visit delmarvalife.com, click on the show tab, and you'll find a section that says for the audience, or you can just call the number there on your screen, 443-880-9116.
November is National Adoption Month, and currently there are 90 children in foster care in Delaware ready and waiting to be adopted. And that's why the Delaware Children's Department is holding events designed to bring awareness to the importance of adoption. Here to tell us more about it is family crisis therapist with the Delaware Division of Family Services, Lori Coventry, as well as adoptive parent Julie Hunter from Kent County, Delaware. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having us.
Julie, tell us about Britton.
He is our 2.5-year-old bundle of joy. All boy, loves to throw balls. He has a little scooter that he races around the house in, throws sticks, you know, loves being outside. Just a little bundle of joy.
We have some pictures of him there because he is so adorable.
Thank you.
Why did you decide to adopt?
Well, my husband and I, when we got married, we had always said we wanted to adopt, and we were planning on having biological children first and then adopting. But that never happened, and so we just really started praying about what to do because there's so many avenues of adoption. And we felt the Lord just telling us there's kids right here where you are. And we were actually living in the Midwest at the time, and my husband got moved to Delaware. It was 2 years ago, and so we started looking into Delaware agencies online. We just researched, and we found Children's Choice Agency and went online. They gave us phone calls, and they told us when we first moved to Delaware, we were renting a house on the beach to figure out where we wanted to live since we didn't know Delaware. And she said, okay, do all your paperwork, do everything you need to do, but they have to do a house inspection, so wait till you get into your permanent home. So when we moved into our permanent home, it was a week later that we got the phone call saying there's a little boy ready for you.
Oh my.
And there you go.
How about
and
that?
you got Britton.
Yes.
That is awesome. Lori, the Delaware Children's Department is doing a lot for the Adoption Month thing, and that includes putting out profiles of several kids who are already ready for placement?
Correct. We have the Heart Gallery, and the Heart Gallery has portrait profiles of each of our children that are available for adoption. They are placed strategically in different locations throughout the year, Legislative Hall, anywhere where we can kind of get a little media and public awareness to pick up on these children. This weekend they will be present at our celebration in Dover.
Right, we're going to talk about that in just a few moments, but generally speaking, what are the circumstances surrounding these children's need to be adopted?
We are looking for adoptive homes for these children. We need permanent homes, stable homes, homes that can provide, families that can provide some continuity and a sense of permanency for these children. Our kids sometimes have moved around in foster care, sometimes they have, well, a lot of times they've even experienced trauma. So we're looking for families that can help them through that and be lifelong families for them.
Right.
So, Julie, if anybody's considering becoming an adoptive parent, what do you think is the best thing about it?
Well, I know a lot of people sometimes have fears. Well, I love them as much as my biological children or the trauma, but that all erases as soon as you see them, and your heart just melts with their heart. And I have to say, I mean, our little son is so much like my husband, which we laugh all the time about how similar they are. And it just, the first time we met him, he was over, he took a nap, my husband picked him up, and he immediately put his head on his shoulder. And I took a picture of it because that was the first time he just immediately bonded, because they crave that love, and we do too. You know, as humans, you just want that. So I have to say, go for it if you're even considering or thinking about it. You won't regret it.
Wow.
Now, Lori, what do you look for in adoptive parents? Obviously, parents like Julie, but what are their qualifications?
We're looking for families. You don't have to make a certain income. You don't have to live in a certain neighborhood. Families that can provide suitable housing, you know, feed and clothe these children, and most of all, love and support, guidance. You know, our children don't require a lot. They just need families and you know, commitment.
Right.
Now, you've got an event coming up talking about the adoption process. Tell us about that real quick.
Yes, we have National Adoption Day is celebrated this Saturday. November 17th. It's from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. At the Del Tech campus in Dover. We're inviting the public to come out. It is a day that we celebrate adoption. We promote awareness. There are some informational workshops. So we invite people who are maybe interested in adoption to come join us. Those families that have adopted, it's usually like a little reunion. They come back, they bring the children. It gives the workers a chance to kind of see families that we haven't seen in a while.
And you actually have judges there?
Yes, our county judges from each of the counties will come. Generally what they'll do is during our lunch hour, we have a nice luncheon. There is child care provided for the families that bring their children, and we encourage you to bring your children.
So come
but
on
our
out and
judges
have a good time.
our judges will be there, and we'll take a photo op for any judge. All the judges bring their families up on stage.
Lori, Julie, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon and sharing with us.
Thank you.
Great information.
And if you would like more information, including a link to the profiles of children ready for adoption and lists of adoption agencies, go to our website, delmarvalife.com, click on the show tab. Still to come on Delmarva Life, he served in World War II and was in Vietnam and Korea during the conflict there.
At 98 years old, he sat down with Brian to share his story. Brian?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, Jimmy Jenkins has a very decorated military career. He shared bits and pieces of it with us, plus find out why he says he owes his military career to his father. We'll have his story coming up.
We are so appreciative of everything that our veterans have done for us in this country. So our viewers, Winscaper Voiles, Monica says, thank you for what you do. I pray every night faithfully for the safe return home for you. Thank you again, and may God bless you all.